Greetings, Japan fans. In today's show, we are going to be talking about selling online into the future. What is that going to look like? So let's get going. This is the fourth year of the Sales Japan Series podcast, and we are broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guide committed to your success, the president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, the best-selling author, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery, will be released shortly. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive COVID-19. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentation Japan Series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan Series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan Series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 227. And we are talking about selling online forever. So let's go! What are the biggest problems for salespeople in the online sales world today? Cold calling would be number one. Networking to find new clients would be number two. And getting hold of the decision maker would be number three. Is paddling around in the bitter cold and humid summers traveling to see clients inefficient? Yes, but please, give me that over trying to sell online. The sad news is we are never going back to the old format. There is always going to be an online component because companies have found it works for them to have a dispersed workforce. Are we really ready to play the long game of sales or not? Judging by how well people have adjusted to online selling over the last 12 months, the answer would be a resounding no. If you had an existing client base, then you could service them online because there was no choice. The relationship had been sufficiently invested in to be able to extend the interaction from face-to-face to screen. They're happy with it, and you had no alternative. New clients are more difficult. How do you build a trust online with a completely new person? We have to spend more time shooting the breeze online with new clients at the beginning. Being efficient and getting straight down to brass tacks is dumb. The meeting has now slid into the muddy ditch of a transactional arrangement between buyer and seller. The care factor is low, the forgiveness scanty, and the margin of error is zero because we haven't been successful in building the relationship. Japanese buyers are often stilted, formal, and awkward in meetings with people they don't know. Being a foreigner allows me to play the gaijin card and get cut some slack for not being Japanese with all the cultural and linguistic expectation that brings with it. Regardless, our sales teams don't have that card to flourish because they are mainly Japanese. So what are they going to do? What they need is some serious role-play practice on how to handle the first 5 minutes of the online meeting. It's going to be different to when we are face-to-face because the body language has gone missing and all we have is our voice. In a way, online meetings are more similar to phone sales than in-person sales. Sitting in front of the buyer provides them with so many reassuring or alarming signals from which to make a judgment about the seller. The signal rate online is very much reduced, so the buyer's a bit flummoxed as to how to divine if this person can be trusted or not. When in doubt in Japan, do nothing is the tried and true formula. Doing nothing means not buying from us, and, well, we can't have that. Find out more. We come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. We do them in our super safe classrooms, and we do them live online. We do them in Japanese, we do them in English. Now, today's show is sponsored by, on the 12th of March, we're looking in our professional leadership series, looking at addressing mistakes. On the 19th of March in that series, we're doing vision, mission, values. And on the 26th of March, we're looking at the innovation process. You can find out more about those programs on our website at enjapan.dalecarnegie.com, and you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. If you like learning by watching videos, we have over 1,000 for you there on Japan Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Sundays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Now, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. And don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. How many sales teams are spending time every day or even once a week practicing online role plays with coaching? I would vouch that number would be not enough. We've been working on storytelling online in our sales training to bridge that chasm between buyer and seller at the start of the meeting. We work on how to tell the Dale Carnegie Training Japan story of these last 58 years. People who don't know us need to be told how awesome we are. And so a 150-second burst is about the maximum time we can expect to be allowed from the buyer before their attention wanders. It takes a lot of practice to make the story interesting for the listener and not sound like a boring, self-aggrandizing history lesson or come across as a bunch of platitudes strung together. They don't know us. So we have to assault their supreme skepticism with evidence, credibility, and testimonials all bound together in the storytelling format after completing the chit-chat at the beginning. We need this for each of our solutions as well. Each solution has its history, so let's get that into a context that makes us look valuable, reliable, and professional. For example, we started teaching sales training in 1939. When Dale Carnegie realized that salespeople only got sales training, it was provided internally by their company. He also distilled that his training method, being based on building great human relations and communication skills, was perfect for sales too. He began offering public classes to fill that void in the market, and today, our Winning with Relationships selling program reflects the 82 years of Kaizen applied to that original sales training course. That takes 25 seconds to get through, and it is packed with credibility statements giving the buyer confidence in what the company offers. Online is here to stay, whether we like it or not. We need to recalibrate what we are going to say in order to build the trust with the buyer when online in the first meeting. We can't leave this to each individual to work it out by themselves. It needs some group brainstorming on what is the best formula and content for this vital first impression piece. Are you doing it? Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, please work on your karma and share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned today. Use it and go out there and survive. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.